It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings, and greetings. Welcome to another segment of the X and Y Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. Glad to be back here on a Friday evening. Hopefully you all are having a good time. Hope you all are butt naked right now, drinking some wine or some kind of alcohol, listening to my voice. And then after the show, you're going to go fuck. I hope that's what you're doing right now. Or if you're by yourself, you know, and you're a woman, you're masturbating with a dildo, thinking about me. Or you're a guy, you're jacking your dick, not thinking about me. Goddamn it. You're thinking about some woman in your life. So everybody got fun for the X and Y. So I hope that you are with something or somebody, listening to the sound of my voice and being relaxed into this nice evening. And without further ado, let's get into it. We're about to get on the hootie tonight. Before I start, I just want to touch on the thing. I'm in one of these relationship groups in Facebook, and this guy, I told him I would answer this question on my show today. His name is Mo El Medi. And I said his name because, well, shit, he posted on Facebook, so fuck it. And that might not be his real name anyway. If it is, he posted it on Facebook in a relationship group. So it's no big deal. But anyway, he asked the question, my girlfriend still in contact with her ex? Explanation mark. Points. It makes me uncomfortable. I fight with her over this. She said is her friend now. And I'm reading, quoting. I'm not talking like this. That's how he wrote it. I can't understand that, and she still do it. What the fuck? What I supposed to do? Advice, please. Okay, let me speak in good English. Basically what he's saying, his girlfriend is still very good friends with her ex. And she knows that it agitates him. They argue about it. Yet she still has this friendship with her ex. And spend times with her ex. And so forth. And he wants to know what to do. Well, Mo, I don't know. I don't know if you're... I don't know you. So either you're inexperienced or you got to be the stupidest motherfucker on the planet. Come on, man. Your girlfriend is fucking her ex. I'm not going to put no cherry. I'm not going to beat around the bush. She's fucking him. She's going over his house, whatever his name is, Papito or Roberto, or whatever his name is, giving him some pussy, sucking his dick, and then coming home, kissing you all in the mouth. And so in essence, you're cheating with Roberto as well, because when she kissed you in the mouth, you got Roberto's nuts on your cheeks. So in essence, you're cheating with her as well. But, your girlfriend, that's obvious. she still have feelings for her ex. She's still fucking him. So she's playing in the middle of the fence, per se. She don't want to quite drop you yet because you probably, the way you sound, you probably giving her money and, all kind of shit, buying her stuff. She's not quite ready to give you up. She's trying to feel out, what's going on with her ex. Once she figure that out, then she'll probably dump your ass. But she don't want to drop you just yet. She's still filling out if maybe she can get back together with her ex. And, she just don't want to let you go quite yet. So, to answer your question, your girlfriend's fucking around. She's going to fuck her ex-boyfriend, give him head, and all kind of shit, and then come home to you and kiss you in the mouth. So, yeah, basically you cheating, like I said, you cheating with him as well because, when she kissed you in the mouth, you got Roberto's nuts in your mouth. So, she's putting you in danger as well because you don't know Roberto. And I don't know if that's his name or not. I'm just giving him Roberto. But you don't know him. You don't know what he has, and she's giving him pussy and sucking his dick and no telling who else he's fucking. And she's coming home to you. So she's putting you in jeopardy as well. So if I were you, I wouldn't tell her to choose at this point because she already has disrespected you. You're not married. So cut your ties and losses. Get the fuck out of that shit. It's bullshit. And you deserve more than that. So drop her and let her go to Roberto and give him all the pussy she wants and give him all the head that she wants. And then you two won't be together anymore, so it won't mean anything. And you go get someone who really digging you for yourself and not still fucking the ex and giving the ex head. Alrighty. Hope I answered your question, Mo. A lot of things happened this week. I was looking at the royal wedding and all that shit, which I don't give a fuck about all this shit. I can care less. And it's not that I'm hating. It's just that, I don't know them. I'm happy for them, whatever. But, all this hoopla about the royal family getting married and all this. And I was looking at it, and her father's not going to the wedding. And he was threatening not going to the wedding, I believe, way before that. And now he apparently has a medical condition, which I don't believe that shit. It's something else. But, I tweeted something today. I don't understand how, and I found out that Serena Williams' father, but his ugly ass also pulled out of her wedding and didn't walk her down the aisle. That really kind of irks me because what real man wouldn't want to take his little girl down the aisle and give her away? Even if you had disagreements in the past and stuff, all of that shit is forgotten. You walk your girl down the aisle because you won't get that opportunity anymore. Well, hopefully, hopefully there's no divorce and stuff, but you only get one shot. So if you have the opportunity to walk your little girl down the aisle, you do it. What kind of man say, I'm not giving my girl away, I'm not going to the wedding? Huh? I don't have any kids, but if I had a daughter, that's what I wish, to have a daughter, and thinking about one day that I can walk my little girl down the aisle and give her away in her wedding. And have the first dance, that father and daughter dance, I dream about shit like that. It might sound a little corny, but, it just irks me that guys with girls and they don't take advantage of it. You only get that one opportunity. You'll never be able to go back in time and do it. Give away your little girl. So, I don't know. It just confuses me how a man wouldn't want to give his daughter away at her wedding. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm over analyzing that. But anyway, all right, without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. The longer a person stays single, is it a bad thing? The longer a person stays single, is it a bad thing? Well, that depends on who you talk to. And now, honestly, if you talk to me, I would say it probably is. But don't look at me. I've already accepted my fate. I'm already looking into senior citizens' homes, old folks' homes, for those who don't. I'm already looking into those. I already got my plans set, what I'm going to do. I'm going into an old folks' home that has a greater percentage of women ratio to men. So I can be probably fucking every night. Have my pick out of grandmas. And we be fucking when the nurses go home for the day. They'll be coming to my room watching TV, and we'll be getting our freak on, eating Jello. So I already got my plan. Forget about me. I'm done. But I think that it does hurt a person because it's human nature. You get, excuse me, I'm still getting on my little cold that I had. That last coughing stage is upon me. So I'm going to try to get through the night. But it's human nature. You get used to certain things and you get used to not certain things. I'm going to elaborate on that in a minute. So, the older you get, the more set in your ways that you get. And I noticed that it's happening to me because, I'm single. And I noticed that, when I'm got a new chick or whatever, I'm dealing with a new woman and she finally start coming around the crib and, she's feeling at a comfort level. She makes herself home and stuff. And then, I see her like getting up, touching the damn air conditioner. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Women are always fucking cold. Always. And she gets up, I keep my house around 74, 75, between 73 and 75. And she gets up and turn that damn thing on 81. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? So it's hot and it's hot as fuck. And, watching TV, I want to watch this. And no, you want to watch some bullshit and blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn. She talking. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear shit. Just shut the fuck up. Just let it be quiet. And I'm like, I'm saying, but when she's not here, I'm like, damn, I hope she come over and hang out with me, and we'll fuck and do something else, and then we'll fuck some more and do something else, So it's like, when she here, I'm like, damn, she take her ass home. And if she's not here, like, damn, why don't she come over? It's like, it seems like there's no in between. There's no median. It's always too much or too less of something, it seems like. And as I get older, I see myself getting more and more and more and more and more set in my ways where I'm not particularly willing to compromise on certain things. Now, of course, that could change, if I meet the right person or not. But I do believe that if you get to a certain point, there is a point of no return. I don't think I'm at that point yet. I still think I have time to, come out of my abyss and, but it's going to be a lot more difficult now. It's going to be a lot more difficult because it's like I'm used to being solo, and then all of a sudden I'm not singular anymore. I'm plural. and that takes getting used to. I don't care who you are. That's some shit that, you just don't correct overnight. If you've been one way for years, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got to compromise. You got to do another thing. You got to consider another person now. And that shit is difficult. That's why a lot of people, a lot of guys that I know who was kind of in the same boat as me, some of them a little worse, but they end up meeting a chick and got married, right? So they compromised with her. Then they had kids, so they compromised with the wife and the kids, and they fucked their head all up. Next thing you know, they get a divorce. Because they feel that their lives were better when they were single. I don't want this shit. Damn, fuck this. I don't want a wife no more. I don't want a family no more. It was better when all I had to worry about was me. Fuck that. I want that again. That's what breaks up a lot of families. Guys and women, not just guys, but guys and women who've been singular for so long, and they feel that if they get married, it'll fix everything. Everything's okay now, and everything's humpty-dory and shit. Everything's rosy. They get married, and next thing you know, they compromise with one person. Then you have kids in the picture. Then I'm compromising with many people. I got so much more responsibility. I just had to worry about me. I got all these other motherfuckers to worry about. I don't like this shit. I want a divorce. A lot of people get divorces for that reason, unfortunately. But that's the world we live in. It's amazing how sometimes human emotions can play a big role on what a person does to their lives, or how they make changes to their lives for the greater good. So they think at the time, because sometimes you can get lonely. You get lonely and say, well, I need a wife. I need a husband. I need to get married so I won't be lonely anymore. And then you get married and you and now you have someone else to answer to. You're like, what the fuck have I done? Because, I really think that some people are happy being single. Some people are happy being single and they just get married to please society. I have to get married. I have to get a husband. I have to get a wife, or it won't look right. Even though I really don't want to, but I have to. I have to marry him. I have to look like a family for my career. I have to marry her. I have to make it look like a family for my career, for my life. I need her. For society, to show society that, hey, I'm normal too. But you're really not normal, because that's not what you're really digging. And I really believe that, personally, I think that every person is designed to be married. I don't think the human species were designed to be alone. I think every woman should have a husband. I think every husband should have a wife. Or every man should have a wife, every woman should have a husband, whatever you want to say it. I think that we were built to be together. I don't think we were built to be singular beings. It's just that sometimes, unfortunately, that fate has it where you haven't met that person, that you feel that you can actually spend the rest of your life with. I don't want to, me personally, make a decision for society, because I'm the one that has to live with her, right? I'm not just going to get married to say, hey, well, I'm a part of the club now. I'm okay now. I'm one of you guys. I'm married now. But do I love her? Simple question. Do I really love her? That's the question. And I'm not getting married to anyone unless I can answer that question, yes. You know, that's the only reason why you get married. You don't get married to please society. You don't get married to look right. You don't get married to play the role of a family. You get married for love. And until I can answer that question, I'm not getting married. I haven't met anyone yet that I can say, I love her. Now, I met many, well, I love that pussy. I love the fucker. You know, I love to give her some dick. I had plenty of those. But that's not love. That's lust. And until I meet one that I can say I really love her, I'm going to marry her, spend the rest of my life with her, then I'm not getting married. And so that's why, you know, I'm single. And it plays a big part of, you know, like I said before, getting set in my ways. And I'm not the only one going through this. Many of you who are listening to the sound of my voice know plenty of folks out there who are, you know, in their late 30s, you know, in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, who have never been married. And some have passed the threshold for having children. So that's going down the pipe, but some of them are never married. Look at your celebrities. How many celebrities do you know that are not married, never have been married? You know? How many regular folks do you know? I mean, it's, I don't want to say it's an epidemic, but there's a lot of people out there going through this. Now, there's a lot of people out there single for different reasons. You like got some people that are single because they like to fuck multiple people. That is another reason as well. They love to be promiscuous. And that's fine. That's their prerogative. But there's all kind of different reasons out there. There's family. You know, family might want you to marry this type of woman. You don't want to marry that type of woman. So you say, fuck it, I'm not marrying nobody. And vice versa. Your family might want you to marry this man. You don't want to marry that man. That type of man. You know, so you say, fuck it, I'm not marrying nobody. You know, I'm not marrying nobody. I like my single life too. I like coming home and not having to answer to anyone. I like coming home and not having to worry about cooking with someone. I like to come home and be able to call multiple people to come over and give me some pussy. You know, I'm speaking generally, okay? You know, but on the other side, you know, when you come home, you know, there's no one to answer to, you know, but there's also nobody to talk to. You know, sometimes you need someone to talk to. Sometimes there's no one to talk to. You know, there's no one to go out and experience new things together. You know, now of course you can always get multiple people to go out with and so forth. A lot of people like to do that, and that's cool. But there's no one that always have your back. You know, there's no one that you can actually trust 100%. And I know a lot of you saying, well, I have this friend, this BFF and all that shit. He's perfect. He's my friend. She's perfect. She's my friend. And that's fine. But a lot of people out there who don't have that person who they can trust. You know, they don't have that person in their lives where they can trust 100% with anything. You know, because they're single and they don't want to change their ways. They're not willing to change their ways because, you know, they're just too set in their ways. You know, there's always a double-edged sword. It's like you have your freedom on one hand, and the other side you have your freedom, but you have too much freedom, maybe. You know, you're not you want to compromise your freedom sometimes. It's like Chris Rock say, you either married and miserable or single and lonely. You know, That shit is true. And I'm not saying that a lot of times, like me, myself, I'm not lonely most of the time. And when I get a little too lonely, I go out and get some pussy. But that gets old. And right now, especially, I'm changing my ways. I'm not like I used to be. I don't go out taking advantage of men's daughters like I used to. So I'm trying to change my ways. So I don't go out and do that kind of thing anymore like I used to, for different reasons, religious reasons, for safety, because these women nowadays will rob you and kill your ass. But, there's different reasons why I choose not to do that. STDs, you got to be more aware of those as well. There's a lot of shit out there. So it's like, I don't go out like that anymore. And speaking generally, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't go out. Or when they do go out, they don't like coming home and have to answer anyone. They don't like calling anyone, say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They like their freedom. So it's like, you have to make a decision. What is more important to you? Me personally, do I want to stay single for the rest of my life? Well, no. I would like to get married. And if I ever meet Jada Pinkett's mother in real life, I will get married. Ooh, that woman finer than a motherfucker. Anyway. No, I don't want to stay single, but like I said, the older I get, the more set in my ways I get. The more when a young lady come over to my crib, the more I don't want her fucking with the AC. The more that I don't want her sometimes to, be talking through a goddamn movie when I'm trying to watch it. The more I don't want her to be asking all these goddamn questions during a football game. But I'm not at the point where it's too late. If I meet the right one, I'll be willing to compromise. I would be willing. I haven't met the right one as of yet where I'd be willing to compromise for. Why should I? Why should I compromise with someone who I know pretty much is going to be a temporary thing? But a lot of people are going through this as I speak. A lot of people out there are single, been single for years. And it's even worse for celebrities and TV figures. Thinking about how many do you know that's single? Don't get me wrong. They have some people who they fucking. A lot of people who they fucking. That's different though. That's not love. That's lust. They're satisfying their desires, their sexual needs. It's more to a human body or human, mind that is needed besides lust. You need love. You need someone that actually care about you and love you. And I'm not talking about on a best friend basis either. I'm talking about someone who actually loves you. You need someone. Everybody do. But the key is to meet that right someone. So you be willing to make that compromise. No matter how late you are in the game. Me personally, I don't think it's too late for me, but I also think about, the worst scenario, which is not too bad. Me being in old folks' home and getting all the old pussy that I want. That's not too bad. I'll be a king. Getting pussy every day, getting my dick sucked, and all of that. So yeah, some of you women right now who are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and stuff like that. We'd probably meet in an old folks' home if we're in the same state. And I'm going to get you. So I'll see you in about 25, 35 years, but I'm going to get you. So, but, you know, it does. It does, when you're single for so long, it does play a part on you. And a lot of times, people who are single for so long, they're not able to get married. They can't. They're too set in their ways. You know, the cement has set. It's hard now. It's not soft anymore. You know, you have some people out there like that. You know, I don't think I'm at that point just yet. I still have a few years to go before I get to that level, but you know, it's coming. You know. And, you know, I also find that the older I get, I really just don't give a fuck. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not, you know, I believe in fate. And I think that, you know, if it's fated to be that way, then so be it. You know, I don't think that whatever I do or whatever someone else does, that they can actually change their fate. It is what it is. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. You know, so all we can do is take one day at a time. But remember, the longer that you stay single and answering the question, the longer a person stays single, is it a bad thing? Not necessarily a bad thing. If that person's happy, then it's not a bad thing. If they're not happy, if they're miserable, then it is a very bad thing. You know, depends on who the person is, depends on where they are in their lives. You know, but the longer you wait, the more harder that question will be to answer. That concludes another episode of the X and Y Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to listen to the X and Y Show on a variety of different platforms. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on Blueberry. I am on iTunes. I am on TuneIn. I'm on Google Play. And I'm on iHeartRadio. And be sure to go on any one of those platforms, subscribe and follow me so you'll be in tune to the new episodes when they first come out. And also comment and let me know what you're feeling, how you're liking it, how you're digging it. So please do that for me. I'm also on social media. I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I am on Instagram. Now you can find my social media and my platforms on www.thexyshow.com, www.thexyshow.com, and I broadcast through Spreaker. I'm on there as well. You can also listen to the Spreaker podcast on the mobile phone as well. So you can always listen to the XY Show on the go. Be sure to do that. On my site, there's also a contact form for you to say hello to me or any constructive criticisms or just anything you'd like to say to me. Be sure to do that in the contact box. There's also the XY store on the site as well. You can buy t-shirts, you can buy Android covers, you can buy iPhone covers, coffee mugs, coffee cups, etc. And more stuff to come. Be sure to take a picture, send it to me. I'll post it on IG. Let everyone know that you are a true trooper for the X and Y Show. Without further ado, that concludes another episode. I will see you in 2 weeks. And always remember, you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert. the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.